So I just recently expanded my Lego city and I am very excited because the first time in years, I actually have a lot more space to create a new Lego modular building. So I am very excited to be here today to be building my first Lego MOC in a really long time. It is going to be a custom modular for my Lego city. It's going to be a 32 by 32 modular, and it's going to go right here beside my Lego police station. Alright, so I'm going to take my base plate here, and the first thing I'm going to do is start off by tiling the sidewalk. I, of course, always use these dark tan tiles, and it just gives my city a little bit of a unique edge, and I started doing that many, many years ago when those were the only tiles I was able to access. And this is what it's going to look like because it's a corner building. I'm not going to fill in the full tile here because you never know what you might want to put on the sidewalk, but I have at least done the structure, and I'm going to actually line it with plates all the way around just to get the foundation started. All right, so now I want to get started on the actual base of the MOC. As I said, it's a corner building and it's going to go in my city or in the placement I showed you earlier. So I want the main entrance to be on the front side of the building, but I think I'll probably do something over here as well because I'm still not entirely sure what this building is going to be. I have been experimenting with the top floors as well just to kind of get a glimpse of what I think I might want it to look like. So as I've continued building, I've really kind of figured out where I want to take the direction of this modular building. So for starters, I've just been working on the ground floor here. So I think this is going to be a store of some kind. That's why there's all the big windows, and then over here is going to be an entranceway to a nightclub, which I'm really excited about. So I've been working on the base right here, and you guys already know I was working on the upper area as well. So I'm thinking the first floor is going to be like just the store and stuff like that. Go up to the stairs, and the second and third floor is going to be a nightclub with a really high ceiling. So I got an inspiration actually from YouTube. This is from Brick Design Workshop. I've never heard of this channel before, but it seems pretty cool, and I love the design that he had right there for this building. So I'm going to kind of replicate it right here. I think that'll be a really cool thing to add, and I'm going to continue it up and have it go past the roof as well. So really like how he's done it there, so I'm going to take some inspiration there, but just trying to figure out how I can make the first floor a little bit taller here because it's a little short, but I'm working away at it and excited for next steps. All right, so a lot of trial and error, but I'm very excited for how it's looking. I've spent a pretty decent amount of time on this clock right here, but I really like how that looks. Obviously the main entrance of the store down here, added these windows at the top, and I just think it looks pretty cool. Right now I'm just working on how I can integrate, you know, these details in right here because I think that will look really cool and contrast. And then when I put the upper floors there, it's going to look really cool. And of course, I've also got this part to try and integrate as well. So it's going to be very, very interesting. It's one of my first times ever trying to build a custom modular in the old style. So I'm excited for the challenge and how it's going to turn out. And I think so far it looks pretty cool in my Lego city. Like obviously there's going to be more things that needs to be done to it just because I'm not a huge Lego MOC builder, but I am trying and I do want to build obviously the best MOC possible to go with the rest of the building in my Lego city. So as I said, it's going to be a little bit more of a work in progress, but I'm at least happy with how it's getting started. Yeah, all right. I love how this is looking right now. This is going to be really sick, and then I'll add, you know, the second floor up here, which is going to need a little bit of work, but yeah, lots of this color. But I think the white is going to be like a really nice contrast. All right, so I want to get a better look at how this is looking in my Lego city again, so I've gone ahead and put it here. I've also created a base plate for the upper floor, which is cool, so really happy how that's looking right now, but it's going to need some work because I'm not entirely thrilled with how the base of it's looking, but as I said, I think I'll be able to get it to a place where I'm happy with it. So here I've gone ahead and added some of the second story here as well, and I'm really liking how this part looks in the Lego city. I think it's got a much better contrast, and I definitely can see me going up all the way 3 floors with this, but we'll have to kind of wait and see how it goes and how the front will look as well, but I'm at least excited that progress is being made and I can see this building living in here in my Lego city. I just realized I never left a hole for the stairs to come up from the club entrance, so I'll have to take apart this floor and add a hole for the floor. I originally was building with these stairs, but then it looked absolutely stupid putting 2 stairs of stairs like for a nightclub. I'm like, nobody's able to walk up that many stairs, so I'm gonna do like they do in Vegas, and I'm gonna have an elevator bring everybody up right from the entranceway on the main floor right up into the club area here. So I've been working on an elevator concept. I've started developing the shaft, and I'm really excited to see how this may look. And the second floor now is complete here, which I'm very excited about how it's looking. I think I'm gonna go ahead and add a third. Originally I was like, is 2 enough? But I'm not sure. I think I'm gonna try and redo the base a little bit as well, just because I'm not entirely sure I love how the windows and stuff like that are looking. I think it might need some of the white frames or something like that, just because, yeah, something looks a little off down here on the base, but I'm still very happy with at least how the top part is looking, and yeah, I think it's gonna look even better when I add a third floor. But yeah, I definitely think this first floor here could probably use a little bit of work. And this here is just another vibe check to see how I like it in the Lego city, and so far it's looking good and looking promising. Alright, so I started going ahead and putting together the third floor here as well, because why not? I'm really on a roll. I am running out of these panels. I have literally 2 left, so just enough to do the elevator shaft, and then that's done. I should have ordered more of those. Didn't expect to use them all, but that's okay. This floor is a business, whatever it is. This floor is the nightclub, and then this floor is going to be my restaurant. It's going to be a high-end restaurant with a rooftop patio as well, because I always love those. So I figured might as well do a huge glass wall right here, because this building is going to be taller than the LEGO police station here in the city, so they'll still be able to look out into the city and see some amazing sights. So the third floor here is pretty much a rinse and repeat of the second floor. I continued with the windows here as well, which looks really good, and I figured out how to do the sliding windows back here, which I'm really excited about. So they actually open up and it leaves this beautiful restaurant with a great view of the city as well as some air, which is pretty fun. So very happy with how that looks. I did try to do like swinging doors like the really big famous homes have, but it was just really confusing to figure it out, and it took up a lot of pieces, and I was trying to keep the height as small as possible because I already had to go ahead and make this story 2 plates higher just to accommodate for the rails here, but it's looking really, really good. So I'm happy with how that looks. And because I'm going to try and do some detailing on the top here, I did add 2 layers of the light bluish gray masonry bricks. All right, so I've now built the roof of the building, which is really cool. So as I mentioned, I'm experimenting with the details here. So this is what it's looking like right now. I'll have to see how it goes. I think it looks good with the bricks right there underneath. This is the elevator shaft to get up to the roof. So I'm going to have to design the elevator to go there and figure out how I'm going to do the shaft portion of it. And I've got to see, will it go up a total of another one of these frames, or should I just use the half frame here? So I'll kind of have to decide and see what it looks like in the LEGO city. Alright, so I've gone ahead and finished adding all of the roof detailing to the top here. I'm very excited about it. I also ended up deciding to go with just the half windows because the full windows looked a little too tall. So happy with how this is looking. I'm now just going to fill in all these gaps right here and add some tile work as well. And I realized because it is a rooftop bar, it's going to need a bar up here. So I think over here somewhere in the back, I'm going to try and make like a bar that's very similar to this style right here, and maybe make it a little tall with some cabanas or something. Who knows? And the roof is now finished, and I put it back here in the LEGO city so I could get a better visual. So happy with how it's looking there. I've actually built this little rooftop bar. I'm not entirely sure if I love that. I'm going to try and do a backing and see what I can do there, but I wanted something up here in the building because it just looked a little plain. You know, without it, I was just like, what's going on up there? So I felt like that would be cool. And then by the time I add some like umbrellas and stuff like that, I think it will be perfect. But yeah, as I said, maybe add like a big TV back there and a lot of bottles and stuff like that for the roof bar, and that will be perfect. But happy with how this is looking. I did actually run out of the detail bricks right here, so I've only done half of them. So I'll have to order more on BRICKLink or something like that and add them, but I'm missing them on both sides here. And it's very hard to see in this corner here, but you guys can see this is where the windows really open up. So I'll be able to have the restaurant in there, which is really, really cool. But yeah, I'm pretty happy with how this building is looking so far, and now it's time, of course, to add all the details to it. And because I want to make this building as detailed as possible, I don't want to try and cram it into the rest of this video, so I'm actually going to be making a part number 2 of building the LEGO modular building. So thank you guys so much for watching today's video. Of course, if you did enjoy, please don't forget to leave a like, comment, and of course subscribe. Stay tuned for that part number 2 where I do all the detailing for this building, because I'm very, very excited to show you guys the plan. Anyway, thanks again so much for watching today's video, and I'll see you here in the next one.